What's rockin' Rocky Top? It's Miles here at the Music Minute, where I talk about music that I think you're going to enjoy. We're trying something new. We're going towards a podcasting format due to the coronavirus, which is a very unfortunate circumstance. But yeah, we're trying this out. I'm obviously stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit as I've never done a podcast, but I'm hoping that I can go a little more in-depth with album reviews, but we're going to keep it simple with this one. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the album Peripheral Vision by a band called Turnover. Peripheral Vision was Turnover's first full-length LP released in 2015. Peripheral Vision broke away from the band's first two EPs, which have a heavier, more pop-punk sound to them, whereas Peripheral Vision is the complete opposite, featuring a more dream pop sound, making this album a solid listen from start to finish. This whole album is a fantastic listen for any occasion, and just about every song is great in their own way. The three songs that stand out to me on this album are Cutting My Fingers Off, Like Slow Disappearing, and Intrapersonal. Cutting My Fingers Off stands out to me the most, mainly because of how the song itself starts off. This is the first song on the album, and most of the time, opening songs are the most energetic, just to draw the attention of the listener. This is not the case here, because the first 20 seconds features an ambient hum from the guitar. But once the opening riff comes in, the song has an opening to me that is unforgettable. This song remains at a steady pace, but there is a breakdown at the end of the song that allows every instrument to really stand out. An overdriven lead guitar, a solid bass riff, and drums that come crashing down with heaviness. But when the song ends, the hum is back and fades right into the next song. The next song that stands out to me is Like Slow Disappearing, which musically does not disappoint. The one thing about this song that stands out to me the most is the chorus. The first half of the song is great, but it doesn't change much. But when the chorus comes in, it is almost as if your headphones, or speakers, become even more saturated with the chorusy guitars and layered vocals. In my opinion, it is one of my favorite songs on the album, and that is really all I have to say about it. The closing song on this album, Intrapersonal, is oddly familiar to me and could quite possibly feel the same way for you when you listen. The opening riff feels very happy, but the lyrics are far from that. This song's lyrics talk about manic depression and feeling sick and not being able to control the feelings being felt by frontman Austin Getz. I do feel like this song was a good way to end the album because just like it started, it finishes with a humming from the guitar that rings until it fades out, and it feels almost as if Austin planned it to be like the closing of a chapter from his life. Overall, Peripheral Vision is an album that I have on repeat every single day. From start to finish, it is enjoyable, as well as picking songs to play while hanging out with your friends or even when you're driving by yourself at night. I get excited every time I listen to this album, and I feel like everybody that's listening to this podcast right now will feel the same way as well. Thank you for listening today, and I hope you enjoy this album as much as I do. Tune in next week when I review Richmond by Shortly.